Ever get that sinking feeling in your stomach? You open up your banking app, take one look at the balance, and sigh. It's not like you're broke, but it's just lower than it should be. You start doing the mental math. That $5 cold brew on Tuesday, the random checkout aisle snack on Wednesday, or that DoorDash delivery fee that literally cost more than the food itself. And then you stop tracing, because the individual amounts are too small to remember. None of it felt like an actual decision. It just felt like the cost of a normal week. It felt like nothing. But that nothing has a very real number. For most people, it's about $4 a day. Not 40, not 400, just $4. It's the exact amount that slips out of your account without making you hesitate for even a second. It lives right below the radar, below the line where you actually stop, weigh the cost, and think, is this worth it? $4 moves through your life like air in a room. It's everywhere, but you never actually notice it. But here's what $4 a day actually adds up to: $122 a month, or $1,460 a year. Now, what if you didn't cut it out of your life, but just redirected it? What if you put that $122 a month into a basic, low-cost index fund inside a Roth IRA and just forgot about it for 40 years? It turns into $774,000. This isn't some hype-up scheme or a financial ad. Historically, the S&P 500 has returned an average of about 10% a year over the long run. Run those numbers over 40 years, and you're looking at over $750,000. Out of that, you only put in $58,400 of your own money. The market did the heavy lifting, adding $715,600. For every single dollar you saved, compounding returned 12 more. If you're ready to actually take control of your financial future, you're in the right place. We're not doing hyped up motivational speeches here. We're looking at the actual mechanics, the real numbers behind the decisions most people put off until it's too late. Let's break down how this actually works. Before we talk about where that money goes, let's look at what $4 actually is. It's the price of a habit that doesn't feel like a habit. It's the $3.79 gas station snack. It's the upgraded size you agreed to because the cashier asked quickly, and saying yes was just easier. It's the extra streaming subscription, the parking app fee, the in-app purchase that seems harmless until the monthly bill hits. These aren't mistakes. You're not bad with money. This is just the cost of living in a world designed to vacuum up small amounts of cash before your brain even notices. Behavioral economists call it the pain of paying. It's that psychological pinch you feel when you part with your cash. But below a certain price tag, that pinch disappears. Your brain's natural defense system doesn't activate. And that's why $4 is so dangerous. It completely bypasses your guard. Every single one of us has this financial leak. The only question is, are you going to keep letting it drip, or are you going to point it somewhere useful? The fix is simple. You set up a Roth IRA, a retirement account where your money grows completely tax-free and you pay zero taxes when you pull it out in retirement. You set up an automatic transfer of $122 a month on the first, and you route it into a total market index fund with an incredibly low fee, under 0.05%. Fees matter way more than people think. A fund charging a 1% fee versus one charging 0.04% will cost you over $180,000 in lost returns over 40 years. Once you click confirm, the account shows $122. You'll probably check it a couple of times as it moves up and down by pennies. Then you'll stop checking. And honestly, that's exactly what you should do. In year one, you've put in $1,464. Your balance is around $1,540. The market gave you an extra $76 for doing absolutely nothing. On its own, $76 doesn't change your life, but it proves the machine is working. More importantly, your budget didn't break. You didn't miss those $4 a day. This first year gives you the real-world proof that you can do this, and that experience is what keeps you going. By year 3, you've contributed $4,392, and your balance is around $5,100. But somewhere in year 2, the market took a 14% nosedive. Your balance dropped from $3,200 to $2,750. It sucks watching your balance go down when you're doing everything right, but you didn't panic and sell. Your automatic transfer kept running, and because prices were down, your $122 bought more shares of the market for cheap. That's dollar cost averaging. You buy more when things are cheap and less when they're expensive, totally on autopilot. When the market recovers, those cheap shares shoot up in value. By year 5, you've put in $7,320 and your balance is around $9,400. the market has added over $2,000. In the last year alone, your account grew by $840. That's more than 6 months of your own contributions earned entirely on autopilot. Your money is starting to work for you. There's a quick rule of thumb called the Rule of 72. Divide 72 by your annual return rate, and that's how many years it takes for your money to double. At a 10% return, your money doubles roughly every 7 years. That means your $9,400 today will turn into $18,800 in 7 years, and $37,600 7 years after that, even if you never add another cent. Your modest-looking account is secretly a powerhouse. By year 10, you've put in $14,640, and your balance is around $25,200. The market added $10,560. This year, the account generated $2,300 on its own, while you only put in $1,464. This is the crossover point. For the first time, your money is working harder than you are. The machine is now the main engine of its own growth. Most people never reach this point, not because they don't make enough money, but because they quit during the first 5 years when the progress feels invisible. Our brains want instant feedback, but compound interest takes time. By year 20, you've contributed $29,200. Your balance is around $93,000. The market has added over $63,000, more than double your lifetime deposits. At $93,000, your account is now making about $9,300 a year on its own. That's $775 a month, generated entirely by a decision you made years ago. And here's the best part. The growth is only speeding up. The exponential curve gets steeper and faster the longer you leave it. Year 30 will make more money in a single year than your entire account was worth in year 10. Year 40 will make more in a single year than your entire balance in year 15. Every year you stay in the game is worth more than the year before it. By year 30, you put in $43,800 and your balance is around $277,000. By year 40, you've contributed $58,400 and your balance is a massive $774,000. And because it's in a Roth IRA, every single dollar of that is yours to keep completely tax-free. To put that in perspective, the average American retirement account holds about $65,000. By simply redirecting $4 a day, you finish with 11 times that amount. Not because you out-earned everyone, but because you gave a destination to money that was already leaving your pocket. Look at your spending this past week. Somewhere in there, you spent $4 a day on things you don't even remember. Not because you're irresponsible, but because it was too small to feel like a real decision. But it is a decision. The $4 is leaving your account anyway. The only variable is whether it leaves with a direction or without one. Wealth isn't built from a massive salary. It's built from direction. So, are you going to keep letting it slip away, or are you going to give it a purpose? If this made sense to you and you're ready to start building your future, hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss our next video. Let's make those $4 work for you. See you in the next one.